Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at the top 7 most comfortable Japanese motorcycles 2025. Number 7 on the list is the Kawasaki Vulcan. The Kawasaki Vulcan S is what happens when Japan decides to mix cruiser charm with real-world comfort and a price tag that doesn't make your wallet cry. At around $7,000, it's one of the few motorcycles in the US market that won't demand a second mortgage or your firstborn child. This isn't some loud, lumbering beast pretending to be a couch. It's actually comfortable. The seat is low and plush, the pegs are adjustable, and the handlebars aren't trying to dislocate your shoulders. Whether you're 5 feet or 6 feet, the Vulcan S fits like it was designed by someone who actually rides motorcycles and not just designs them from an office chair. Underneath the comfort, it's rocking a 649cc parallel twin engine borrowed from Kawasaki's sportier bikes. But don't let that fool you. It's tuned for smooth, predictable power, which means it won't throw you off the back at a green light, but it's more than capable of merging onto I-75 without begging for mercy. It's fuel-injected, liquid-cooled, and whisper-smooth at highway speeds. This isn't a thumpy V-twin that rattles your bones, it's more of a purr with purpose. In a world of overpriced cruisers that ride like lawn furniture, the Vulcan S is the smart, stylish option that knows how to behave on a long ride. It's built with care, rides like a dream, and lets you save enough cash to actually afford gas. Number 6. Yamaha MT-09. The Yamaha MT-09 is Japan's idea of what happens when comfort meets chaos in a good way. Priced around $10,000, it gives you a whole lot of motorcycle without forcing you to live on instant noodles. Designed with a more upright seating position, plush saddle, and wide handlebars, the MT-09 lets you ride all day without feeling like you've just gone 10 rounds with a folding chair. And with a curb weight under 420 pounds, it's surprisingly nimble, especially when you're weaving through traffic or just trying to survive LA freeways. Now let's talk about the heart of this beast, the 890cc inline 3-cylinder engine. It sounds like a symphony played by chainsaws in the best way possible. It cranks out around 117 horsepower, which is enough to make your morning commute feel like a MotoGP warm-up. And the torque, oh the torque. With 68 pound-feet peaking early, it pulls like a caffeinated bulldog from stoplights. Yet despite all that punch, it's smooth and manageable. Yamaha's ride-by-wire system, adjustable riding modes, and a quick shifter mean you get the thrill without having to wrestle with it. Whether you're cruising the Pacific Coast Highway or stuck in a Starbucks drive-thru, this bike feels like it belongs. With Japanese reliability, solid fuel economy, and tech that doesn't feel like an afterthought, it's a smart buy for riders who want thrills without the chiropractor bills. So if you're looking for a ride that won't kill your back or your bank account, the MT-09 might just be the best midlife crisis money can buy. Number 5. Honda NT-1100. The Honda NT-1100 is what happens when comfort meets clever engineering and decides to take the long road just because it can. Designed with touring in mind, this Japanese machine feels like a recliner on 2 wheels, only with better mileage and no cup holder. Priced around $13,000, the NT-1100 gives you a premium touring experience without asking for a second mortgage. From the upright seating to the wind tunnel-tested fairing and adjustable windscreen, every part of it is built to pamper your spine. Add heated grips, cruise control, and a seat cushy enough to question your couch's loyalty, and you've got a bike that genuinely wants you to ride all day. Under the fairings, it packs a 1084cc parallel twin that's shared with the Africa Twin, though here it's tuned for smoother, more relaxed road manners. It churns out around 100 horsepower and 77 pound-feet of torque, which is plenty to glide through highways or tackle twisty mountain roads without breaking a sweat or a gear. And if you're wondering, yes, the fuel economy is respectable too, mid-40s miles per gallon depending on how enthusiastic your wrist is. In a world filled with big, bloated tourers or stripped-down nakeds, the Honda NT-1100 finds the sweet spot. Practical, plush, and just high-tech enough to feel modern without needing a user manual the size of a novel. Number 4. Suzuki Boulevard. The Suzuki Boulevard M109R is what happens when Japanese engineering meets American-sized swagger. Designed for riders who want comfort without giving up brute power, this cruiser brings a lot to the pavement and to your backside. With a starting price around $15,000, it's a solid deal for those looking to cruise in style without refinancing the house. The seat is low and wide, the riding posture is relaxed, and the suspension soaks up road imperfections like a pro. Long highway rides, no problem, your spine might actually thank you for once. Under the muscular curves of the M109R lives a beast of an engine, a 1783cc V-twin that sounds like thunder and pulls like a freight train. This thing doesn't just look mean, it backs it up with serious torque. With over 100 pound-feet of torque at your disposal, highway overtakes feel effortless, and city riding is a twist-and-go joyride. It's liquid-cooled too, so it keeps its cool even when traffic doesn't. And despite the power, Suzuki's fuel injection system keeps things smooth and predictable, like a well-behaved muscle car on two wheels. Whether you're pulling up to a gas station or just catching reflections in shop windows, the Boulevard M109R turns heads. But beyond the looks, it's a cruiser built for real miles, not just bar hopping. It's got the guts, the comfort, and the price tag that makes sense. Not the cheapest bike on the block, sure, but in terms of power per dollar, it's punching well above its weight class. Number 3. Honda Rebel 1100. The Honda Rebel 1100 is what happens when comfort, cool factor, and common sense all shake hands and ride into the sunset. This isn't your average Japanese cruiser. It's the kind you can ride all day without feeling like you've been in a bar fight with a parking meter. Starting around $9,000, the Rebel 1100 gives you a whole lot of bike without emptying your wallet like some overpriced chrome dinosaurs. The low-slung seat makes it easy to flat-foot at red lights, and the relaxed riding position means your back and wrists won't stage a protest halfway through your ride. It's cruiser comfort without the cruiser drama. Now let's talk heart, and the Rebel 1100's got a big one. It's powered by a 1084cc parallel twin engine lifted from Honda's Africa Twin, but detuned for low-end grunt. It delivers about 86 horsepower and 72 pound-feet of torque, which is more than enough for freeway cruising, backroad fun, or just embarrassing your neighbor's loud but slow V-twin. And with optional DCT, you can even skip shifting altogether, because nothing says comfort like letting the bike do the work while you enjoy the ride. At the end of the day, the Rebel 1100 isn't trying to impress anyone, it just does. It's the kind of bike that says, yeah, I'm fast, I'm comfy, and I won't send you into debt therapy. Number 2. Yamaha Tracer 9 GT Plus. The Yamaha Tracer 9 GT Plus is the kind of motorcycle that makes long rides feel like a well-planned road trip, minus the sore back and gas station regrets. Priced around $16,000, it's not exactly pocket change, but considering the comfort, tech, and touring capability packed into this machine, it's a solid investment in happiness. With its plush heated seats, electronically controlled suspension, and cruise control that feels smoother than your favorite playlist, this bike is clearly made for people who enjoy the journey just as much as the destination. Under the tank, you've got Yamaha's beloved 890cc inline triple engine that punches out around 117 horsepower. It's zippy enough to keep highway boredom in check, but smooth enough that your spine won't file a complaint after a weekend ride. The ride-by-wire throttle and 6-axis EMU help the bike feel smart without trying to show off. You won't be constantly fiddling with settings, but if you want to, the 7-inch TFT screen gives you a reason to pause at a scenic overlook and geek out for a minute. It even has radar-linked adaptive cruise control, because apparently Yamaha wants you to tour like you've got a co-pilot. Whether you're carving through the Rockies or cruising to the grocery store just for fun, this bike doesn't ask for much except a little gas and maybe a fresh playlist. It's one of those rare rides that treats your body, your brain, and your budget with equal respect. Number 1. Honda Goldwing. The Honda Goldwing is what happens when Japan decides to build a motorcycle with the soul of a luxury sedan and the appetite for asphalt of a freight train. Priced around $24,000, the Goldwing isn't just a purchase. It's a commitment to comfort, technology, and not skipping leg day because this bike's big. It comes loaded with everything but a kitchen sink, heated grips, a 7-inch display with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and even a reverse gear. Because Honda knows U-turns in tight parking lots aren't for the faint of heart. Long highway trips feel more like flying first class than riding two wheels, thanks to the plush seating and serious wind protection. Underneath all that comfort is a 1833cc flat-six engine, which sounds more like something you'd find in a Porsche than a motorcycle. It's smooth, it's torquey, and it hums along like it's sipping tea rather than guzzling gas. Paired with a 7-speed DCT automatic transmission, it makes cruising through traffic or open highways feel like a Sunday afternoon every day. You don't ride the Gold Wing so much as you glide on it, waving at gas stations as you pass them with your 42 miles per gallon average. And yes, it has enough power to carry two full-sized humans, their luggage, and possibly their dog without breaking a sweat. So if you've got the dollars and the desire to turn every road trip into a cushy, air-conditioned vacation on wheels, the Honda Gold Wing might just be the best couch on two wheels. And with this, we have reached the end of this video. Make sure to like it and subscribe the channel for future upcoming videos.